I got something to confess, y'all. I'm sorry for this attitude. But I started watching Riverdale recently. Okay, it's really bad. Okay, it's really bad. But I can't stop fucking watching it. I can't take my eyes off of it for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of like when you see this really terrible injury when you're watching a football game or something like that. And you know, all the announcers come on. They're like, oh my gosh, this injury is just... I'm so sorry, America, turn your eyes away. No one should have to see this. But then they replay it like 8 times. All the different angles too, and it's like a slow cam and everything. I'm like, really? But for those of you who don't know about Riverdale, in case there's anybody out there, it's basically a show that's based off of the Archie's comics from back in the day. And I say based off of, like, it's very loosely based off of them. It's basically supposed to be this like gritty, dark take on them. And for me it was weird because I grew up with the Archie comics, just reading them all the time. So to watch Miss Grundy, who's in the show, like 20-something years old, sleeping with Archie. If you know Miss Grundy from the comics, I almost have to applaud Archie. I mean, it's just too weird for me. But I will give them this. They got one thing right. At one point in the show, almost the entire community of kids in Riverdale gets addicted to this drug. Some of you already know the name of it. This drug is called Jingle Jangle. I wish I made that shit up. Okay, that's fucking hilarious, right? Isn't that so funny? But it's regardless of how funny it is, it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, if you're gonna convince me that an entire town of children got hooked on drugs, it would have to be called Jingle Jangle, right? You don't see kids going out and buying crack. You don't see kids buying heroin. Like, that's not, no, that sounds too aggressive for them. They're too young. Doesn't seem right. There's a reason Molly blew up in 2012. I mean, come on now. Now you go in an alley, need a drug dealer, just, what you got, man? What you got? Man, I got meds. I got crack. And I got Jingle Jangle. They give you this little thing, it has a smiley emoji on it. It's cute. I don't know. It's cute. And drug dealers have been getting real creative lately. The other day I was swiping on Tinder because I apparently lost all form of self-respect. And I came across this one page. There was this dude saying that he's a plug. And that was all. Like, he's a plug, only swipe right if you're interested in buying that tree emoji, grass emoji, you know. He's selling on Tinder. I respect the hustle, I do. It just kind of made me wonder, like, whenever he's swiping, is he just like kind of, you know, blind swiping, just swiping right on everybody he sees? Because for one, that's a lot of ads. But does he ever like come across somebody where he's just like, oh no, I'm not selling to you. You're gonna skip out on me, buddy, I know that. And on the other hand, does he come across some, you know, he sees some white kid, some frat kid, you know, does he think like, oh, I could definitely rip this chat off. Let me give that a super like, see if he wants to come my way. This makes me wonder. I don't know, man. I'm not too big on drugs personally. I went to a coke factory recently. There's one in Atlanta, okay, calm down. And my friend was telling me that they used to put coke in Atlanta, which I thought was pretty weird. I was like, really? They used to put coke in Atlanta? That's kind of crazy. He told me, oh, don't worry. It was like a safe, healthy amount of coke. What's a healthy amount of coke? I don't don't do coke. I'm too black for that. No, I don't do drugs like coke. I'll be on that crack. Recently, I got into jiggle jangling. Honestly, that's about all I plan for. So y'all are gonna yield the rest of my time. This goes south.